myself with, so, you know, it's all good. For practice today, make sure you have something that you can squeeze, whether that's a rolled up mat, a rolled up towel, a pillow, a block, whatever you'd like, but just something that can be a prop and utilized throughout our practice. Anything else that calls to you for your practice, a blanket or comfy sweatshirt, that's all optional and up to you. So, with that in mind, find a comfortable seat on your mat. Close your eyes and rock around a little bit on your mat. So you're starting to shift, feeling those areas in the body that may be holding tension. Those areas that are perhaps tight. And then eventually finding that place, center, where you can settle into your seat. Lift the shoulders up, draw them back, lower them down so you've got space around the chest. And then begin to fill up your heart and your chest with breath. Just feeling for some space. And then take that awareness, that breath from the heart, chest, lungs, and begin to draw it down deeper so you begin to fill up the core, wrapping through the abdominals, around through the kidneys and lower back, saturating this central region of your body with breath. And lastly, take that breath a deeper still, moving it down through the hips, the pelvic floor, the perineum. And if you're extra skilled today, drawing that breath all the way down through your legs, even touching the tippy toes. We're going to work with this lower part of our body today, these first and second chakras. A space of belonging, of grounding, of safety, of home. And then this second chakra, this area of sensuality, of fluidity, of sweetness, of our creativity. So take a few breaths, just drawing in the awareness, continuing to root down to the sit bones, the spine, filling up this lower part of the body. Take the deepest breath in that you've taken so far today. At the top, hold full. Lift a little taller through the crown of your head, and then balance that by rooting down to the sit bones. As you're ready, let an exhale go out the mouth, releasing all the Again, like that, fill up the lower part of the body. From the tippy toes all the way up. Imagine that you're drawing that breath in through the sit bones, through the lower spine. Draw it all the way up to the crown of your head. Fill yourself up. Hold. Exhale out the mouth. Wash it out. Release. Do that 3 more times at your own pace. After your 3rd round, come back to your Ujjayi breath. Keep your eyes closed and just start to move. Maybe that's as simple as opening and closing the jaw. Maybe rolling through the neck. Rolling through the shoulders, moving through the wrists, or even undulating the torso. About 3 to 5 breaths, just moving, shifting here. Taking those exhales out the mouth to release. Our jaw and our hips are intimately connected. So if you move through these lower parts of the body, just noticing when your jaw wants to open, you're holding tight and you can release some of that tension. From here, rock forward, coming to hands and knees. And you can work here simply with cat-cows, basic spinal movement, or starting to add on in any fashion that feels good to you. So perhaps that's all the way back to a child's pose. Maybe that feels absolutely delicious, so you stay for a few breaths. Shifting the hips forward, lifting through the heart. Maybe adding some circles. Just moving, shifting. And over the next few breaths, start to add in an inversion. So whether that's really shooting the hips back and taking this puppy pose, or maybe you're ready for a down dog, curling the toes under, extending the hips up and back, but keep it moving. So from down dog, maybe come forward into a plank, lower and lift all the way back to a child's pose. You can make up the sequence here, just a few more breaths, shifting, moving, feeling into your body. Exhale, lower your knees to the earth if they aren't already, and then walk your knees wider than hip width apart. So reaching towards the edge of your mat. And then toes point coming together. Sit bones reach back towards the toes. So we're opening the hips here. Chest and belly relax down in between the thighs. Now, if this is too much, you can always keep the hips lifted. You can always place a blanket under your knees. Keep the arms extending forward. Forehead roots to the earth, so you've got this grounding. And then really press into the earth with your hands. Relax your head into the mat. Take 5 deep breaths into the back body. letting those breaths travel all the way down through the spine, and wrapping around through the hips and the groin. Feeling this version of connection to the first and second chakra. Inhale, rise up to hands and knees. This time, curl your toes under, press back to down dog. And if movement is feeling delicious to you today, then keep that flowing here. Shifting through the hips, maybe walking your dog here, bending and straining the legs. There's really no wrong way to move, just feeling into your body, feeling into this inversion. Taking a few exhales out the mouth to release tension. Take a deep breath in here. Listen carefully. Bend your knees. Exhale, walk your hands back to meet your feet. So in a forward fold at the back of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, extending the spine. Exhale to fold it in. Now, if you have low back or hamstring sensitivity, keep your knees bent quite a bit. We're just going to hang out here, letting gravity traction the spine for a few breaths. Inhale, roll your way all the way up to standing mountain pose. Sweep the arms overhead. If it feels okay, lean back slightly, opening the front body. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, re-extend, sweeping the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, rolling though through your vertebrae. So spine slowly rolls, knees bend as you dive. Inhale for that spinal extension, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it back in. Bend the knees as you fold. Turn the toes outward, come down into a squat. If this bothers your knees, stay up in a higher squat. If you can, place the hands at heart center. Press the elbows into the knees so you're creating more of an opening through the groin. Lift up through the heart, draw shoulders back. Take 3 more deep breaths all the way down into the pelvic floor. Relax through the shoulders. Soften through the jaw. Exhale, lower the hands to the mat. Straighten out your legs just slightly. Turn your toes back inward. And then roll all the way down into a seat. So you can use your hands to get there. Come on to your back, setting up for some core work. Now, if you're pregnant, you will not come onto your back. You're going to stay on hands and knees. Work with cat-cow. Work with those spinal movements and undulations. And opposite arm, opposite leg. Core work. Everyone else on your back, prop nearby. Oops, attached to my shirt. Take hold of that prop. We'll use it right away. Place it in between your thighs and then shoot the legs straight up to the sky. Interlace your hands behind your head. Activate your feet, spreading the toes wide. Now, if your low back is bothering you, keep the knees bent. You can also keep the feet all the way on the ground and still do this. Huge breath, wash it through the back body. Hold that breath in, press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone up, squeeze around your prop. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades come up, squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders, hold the breath. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades lift, squeeze that second time. Draw navel down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. One more like that. Hold the breath. Press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone. Squeeze. Exhale. Lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades lift. Squeeze a second time. Pull belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Now adding on here, moving into gate opener. Take a deep breath in. Hold that breath. Press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone. Squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades come up. Squeeze a second time. Pull belly down. Inhale, bring left hand to prop. Straddle the legs. Exhale, curl tailbone. Reach out through thighs. Pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together. Lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone. Squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades come up. Squeeze that second time. Pull belly down. Inhale, right hand to prop. Straddle. Exhale, curl tailbone. Reach out through thighs. Reach out through toes. Pull belly down. You can also do this with the knees bent. Inhale, legs back together. Lower head and shoulders. Hold that breath in. Curl tailbone up. Squeeze the prop. Exhale. Head and shoulders lift. Squeeze a little more. Pull belly down. Inhale, left hand to your prop. Straddle. Exhale, curl tailbone. Reach out through thighs. Pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together. Lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone. Squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades come up. Squeeze a second time. Pull belly down. Inhale, right hand to prop. Straddle. Exhale, curl tailbone. Reach out through thighs. Pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together. Lower head and shoulders. One more round here. Hold the breath. Press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone. Squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulder blades. Squeeze a second time. Pull belly down. Inhale, left hand to prop. Straddle. Exhale, curl tailbone. Reach out through thighs. Pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together. Lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone. Squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades lift. Squeeze a little more. Pull belly down. Inhale, right hand to prop. Straddle. Exhale, curl tailbone. Reach out through thighs. Pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together. Lower head and shoulders. Release your feet to the earth. Set that beautiful prop aside. Walk your feet about mat width apart. Knees are still bent. On your exhale, lower the knees to one side. Inhale back through center. Exhale to the other side. And just get a little flow going here. And then bringing the knees back to center. Setting up for Death Star. It actually has a different name than that, but I don't remember it, so we just call it Death Star. Interlace the hands behind your head. Stack your knees over your hips. Take a huge breath into the back body. On exhale, lift head and shoulders, and then relax your head into your hands. Deep breath in. Hold that breath in. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows to left thigh. Reach right leg straight up towards the sky. Pull belly down. Inhale. Place the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. You can use your hands here. Press. Foot into thigh, thigh back into foot. Exhale. Reach torso higher. Reach legs higher. Pull belly down. Inhale, bend both knees back to center. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows to right thigh. Press up through left leg. Pull belly down. Inhale. Right foot to the inner of left thigh. Press. Exhale, torso higher. Legs higher. Draw navel down. Inhale to center. Hold full. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows to left thigh, reach up through right leg, pull belly down. Inhale, press left foot to inner thigh. Exhale, lift torso higher, lift legs higher, pull belly down. Back to center, hold full, curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Reach up through that left leg, pull belly down. Inhale, place right foot to inner thigh, press. Exhale, reach torso higher, reach legs higher, pull belly down. Back through center, one more round. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows to left thigh. Reach up through that right foot, pull belly down. Inhale, press left foot into thigh. Exhale, reach torso higher, reach legs higher, pull belly down. Inhale, back to center, hold the breath. Press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows to right thigh. Reach through that left leg, pull belly down. Inhale, press foot into thigh. Exhale, torso higher, legs higher, lift as high as you can, pull belly down. And release. Setting up for bridge pose, make sure you have that prop in reachable distance. Knees stack over your heels, feet about hip width apart. Inhale, peel the spine away from the mat, lifting into bridge. Now really focus on this lower part of the body activating. So you're really firing up through the legs. That includes pressing the feet into the earth, lifting from the hips. And then the upper body has this opportunity to rest, but really expand as the breath flows in naturally. Emphasize and accentuate those two extremes in this pose. If you'd like, you can place your prop under your hips, closer down towards your sit bone, so it's not in the small of your low back. From here, we're going to walk the left foot about 3 inches towards the right leg. Arms can bend here, fingertips pointing up, so you have a little bit more stability through the upper body. Inhale, right leg extends up to the sky. Press down through the left foot, reach up to the right foot. On your exhale, bend the right knee, cross your ankle over the left thigh. Start to draw that right knee down and forward, opening up through this right hip. Just a few deep breaths. Keep rooting down to the left foot. So even if you're set up on a prop here, you're still relying more on your own strength than resting on that prop. Inhale, re-extend the right leg to the sky. Exhale, slowly lower that foot down to the mat. Root down to the right foot. Inhale, use the entire breath to extend that left leg up towards the sky. Spread your toes. Reach high as you root down. So you've got these opposite directions occurring. Exhale, bend the left knee, cross your ankle over the thigh. Get that hip stretch. Draw that left knee down. Traction the thigh isometrically forward. Lift through the hips. Breathe into the space you've created around that hip joint, around the belly. Inhale, re-extend the left leg. Exhale, slowly lower your foot to the mat. Take one more breath in bridge. Remove the prop if you haven't. Exhale, tuck tailbone, one vertebrae at a time in a theoretical manner. Lower your spine back down to the mat. Release the back body here. Press the thighs away. Walk the soles of your feet together. Let the knees open wide for Supta Baddha Konasana. To add an extra stretch, reach your arms overhead and just open up through the torso. Take a few intentional breaths, washing through the core all the way down to the pelvic floor. Exhale, release your arms to your sides, pelt the legs back together. Roll over onto one side, make your way up to a seat on your mat. From here, we'll come all the way forward to hands and knees, setting up for just a basic dolphin, so nothing too fancy today. Those of you familiar with dolphin pose, you're welcome to pop right into it, get some extra dolphin luxuriation. Everyone else, you can follow me. So elbows directly under shoulders, forearms either parallel to one another or hands clasped at the top. Take a huge breath, lift up in between the shoulders, engage the chest like you're trying to pop an invisible balloon. Exhale, curl your toes under, hips extend to the sky. Head relaxes towards the earth here. Keep pressing the chest towards your shins. Fill this pose up with breath. As your mind wanders, come back to this present moment. Keep lifting the hips higher, engaging through the chest. Head hangs heavy, relaxing through the neck and jaw. So a lot is happening in this dolphin. Five more breaths. Exhale, ease your knees to the earth. Child's pose, embryo or puppy. Take a moment to feel the support of the earth. Inhale, roll up to hands and knees. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth. Again, like that, deep breath in. Exhale to let it go. Inhale, walk your feet to meet your hands. Halfway lift for that spinal extension. Exhale to fold it back in. Let's do that much again. Inhale, spinal extension. Exhale to fold it in. Inhale, rise all the way up. Sweeping arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do some flow here. Inhale, re-extend the arms. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, left foot back, lunge. Lift and open. Exhale, hands to mat. Step back, plank. Continue the exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, lift the heart. Cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, lunge. Open it up. Exhale, hands to mat, forward folds. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Flowing here, inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, right foot back, lunge. Open it up. Exhale, hands to mat, step to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forward, lunge. Keep that inhale going, open up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way upright. Exhale, hands back, heart center. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left foot back, lunge. Open it up. Exhale, hands to mat, step to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot forward, lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, re-extend. Get into the rhythm of your breath, forward folds. Inhale, right foot back, open it up. Exhale, plank. Through chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, open up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left foot back, lunge. Exhale, plank to chaturanga. Open the heart. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Last one here. Really move with your breath. Folding forward. Right foot back, lunge. Exhale through plank. Flow through that vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a moment, just find your mountain pose. Arms rest by your sides, heart lifted. Fill every crevice you can reach up with breath. Inhale, extend the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Walk your feet about 4 feet apart, setting up for horse stance. Come on down onto your horse. So 45-degree angle-ish with your feet. Knees go directly over towards the toes. We're going to do some shoulder shrugs. So arms rest down in front of you. Take a huge breath in. Hold full reach, shoulders straight up, straight back. Exhale, keep squeezing as you drag the shoulder blades down the spine. Inhale into the upper back. Exhale, hug mid-shoulder blades towards spine. Pull down. Inhale into the upper back. Exhale, bend your elbows. Draw bottom tips of shoulder blades, elbows towards spine. Pull down. Relax the arms. We're going to do one more round. Deep breath in. Hold full reach, shoulders straight up. Straight back. Exhale, keep squeezing. Drag down. Inhale into the upper back. Exhale, hug mid-shoulder blades towards spine, pull down. Inhale into the upper back. Exhale, bend elbows, draw bottom tips of shoulder blades, elbows towards spine, pull down. Release the arms, roll out the shoulders. Inhale, float the arms back up. Come down into your horse a little deeper. Reach out through the right arm, lower the right forearm to the thigh, reach that left arm up and over for a side bend. Keeping your horse stance. Breathing into that left hip, left side body. Relax the jaw. Take the left hand, reach it over to the left. Hang the head even heavier towards that right shoulder. Reach through the left hand, come back up. Shifting here, left forearm to the left thigh, right arm reaches overhead. Get that right side stretch. All the way down into that right hip bone. Breathe. Reach the right arm over to the right. Take a few breaths. Relax the head even heavier towards the left shoulder. Draw your way back up to center. Listen carefully. Both hands onto your thighs. Press the hands into your thighs. That should take some of the pressure out of your muscles. Drop the right shoulder forward. Come into this little twist here. Left shoulder draws back. Inhale, come back to center. Switch sides. Left shoulder comes forward. Right shoulder back. Little mid to upper spine twist. Inhale, come back. Float the arms back up. Straighten up the legs. Thank God. Parallel the inner edges of your feet. Exhale, fold forward. Uttanasana. This Prasarita Padottanasana. So wide-legged forward folds. Whatever you'd like with your arms here. And just resting the torso towards the ground. Option to exhale out the mouth. Three more breaths. All right, two options here. Option one, hands come onto your hips as support. Option two, arms extend out like bird wings. On your inhale, rise all the way back up to standing. Heel toe your feet back together. Inhale, extend the arms to the sky. Exhale, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, extending the spine. Exhale, place your hands on the mat and step your way back to plank pose. Core is strong, supporting at your center line. You have a choice to move directly to down dog or flow through that vinyasa, chaturanga. Inhale, scoop the chest through cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale to slowly extend that left leg up and back. Spread your toes. Reach the leg as high as you can and as long as you can. So even that knee joint starts to extend, straightening out. Press the chest towards that right shin. Breathe into the stretch that's present. Exhale, bend the left knee, open up through the hip. Keep equal weight into your hands here, or in both hands rather. So your twist is occurring mid-spine. Stretch may be happening around that left hip flexor. Inhale, re-extend the left leg. Without momentum, step the left foot forward. Keep your hands on the ground. So you're setting up for this low lunge. Your choice, right knee can be lifted or lowered. And then sweep the arms back behind you, hover above this left thigh. Should feel like quite a lot is happening here. Shoulder blades hug spine. Inhale, rise all the way up, lunge or crescent lunge, arms wrapped to the ceiling. Deepen your lunge so you're shifting the weight more forward. Make sure your knee's not jutting past your ankle. Fill this pose with breath. If you're shaking, that's great feedback. Come a little bit deeper because you can. Exhale, right hand to the earth, coming into a spinal twist. Inhale, left arm peels open to the sky. Spread from fingertips to fingertips here. Breathe into the space you've created. Exhale, lower left hand down. Root down to the right heel. Inhale, windmill your arms up, warrior two. You may need to adjust your feet. Ideally, that left heel is bisecting the right inner foot, if you were to draw a single line. Arms float up, parallel to the earth, activate the feet. Fill this pose with breath, and then shift a little bit deeper because you can. So it's like there's a weight at the pelvic floor pressing towards the earth. Balance that by drawing the breath up the spine, elongating the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Reverse your warrior, flip that left palm to the sky. Exhale, reach up and back, opening this left side body. Fill up the left rib cage, abdominals, armpit, fingertips with that breath. If you'd like a neck stretch, reach the left arm forward. Relax the right, or rather the head towards the right shoulder. Rise back upright. Release the arms behind you. Interlace the fingers, start to draw the knuckles down. Lift through your chest. Now this can be where you stay, or moving into this ostrich pose. Exhale, dive forward. Bring the torso to the inside of that left leg. Clasp hands, reach the sky. Breathe down into your hips. Really focus on the lower body here, wherever you are. Exhale, lower the clasp, release your hands to the mat. Come up halfway lift. So you're folded forward with your legs in a warrior two shape. Walk the right hand to the back of your mat. Place the left hand to the inside of the left thigh. Head to ankle prep. Start to press that left leg forward and away. Lean away from that left thigh. So the torso is reaching towards that right leg. Inhale, release the left hand. Parallel the inner edges of your feet, coming back into our Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. You may need to walk your feet a little bit closer together. Reach down with the left hand, grab hold of the right ankle. Take the right hand, reach it up to the sky. You can stay here or wrap that right arm behind your back. Spin effects. Hold on to your left leg with your left hand, hold on to the left with the left hand to your right leg, and then pull the torso away, opening up even more into this twist. Keep pressing into the earth with your feet. Inhale, re-extend the right arm. Exhale, release both hands to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, extending the spine. Exhale, swivel the toes to the top of your mat. Walk the hands back to the top of the mat. Exhale, lower the right knee down to the ground. Hands come up onto the left thigh. Rise upright with your torso. Walk that left foot forward. Shift the hips forward. So you should feel quite a good stretch in the abdominals, those lower abdominals, into the right quad, into the hip flexor. If you don't feel much, you have two options. Option one, you can bend the back knee, come into a lunge, H to the V, so you're adding that quad stretch. Option two is to tuck the toes under, the right toes under, and just lift that right knee an inch or so above the ground. So there's a ton of energy through the leg here. Keep pressing back to the heel. 3 more breaths. Exhale, lower the right knee down. All right, listen carefully. Shift the hips back so you're stacked over that right knee with your hips. Inch that left foot back so you've got a 90-degree angle. Head to ankle. Option one is that you just hang forward. Bring the torso to the inside of that left leg. Hang out. Option two, tuck the back toes under. So you're in a shortened warrior one stance. Just hang. Or start to work with that head to ankle, tucking the left shoulder under the left thigh. Maybe bringing the right hand to the heel, left hand to calf. Working to get the head behind your leg. 3 more breaths wherever you are. Inhale, unwind out of that. Press down through both hands. Pick up the back knee if it's not already. Inhale, extend the left leg up and back, 3-legged down dog. Exhale, bend that left knee, open up through the hip. Option to flip your dog into a wild thing. Not a Forrest Yoga pose, but sometimes feels delicious. Flip it back over, re-extend that left leg. Exhale, left knee to outer edge of right arm. Inhale, re-extend the left leg. Exhale, left knee to outer edge of left arm. Inhale, re-extend the leg. Exhale, knee to chest. Set the leg down, move into pigeon pose. Now you can also take this on your back. You can also take this with a double pigeons, shins stacked. Take about 5 to 7 breaths in your version of the pose. You're welcome to fold forward, taking more of that restorative, sleepy swan variation. Wherever you are, though, take a few exhales out the mouth, releasing that unnecessary tension. See if you can melt another layer. Inhale, ease your way back upright. If you are on your back, just come up to a seat. If you're in this traditional pigeon, shift the weight into the left hip, wrap the right leg around. Left leg crosses over top the right, so we're still working on that same side. Pick up the left leg, cradle the leg here. And if you can't hook the sole of the foot into your elbow, just grab hold of the leg with your hands. left foot into your hip joint. Press down through both hands. Pick up the butt. It's called necklace pose. Try it again. One more time, you're going to use the low abdominals to lift up, and know the excuse that your arms are too short is not an actual excuse. Set it down. All right, from here, you're going to either fold forward and step your feet back to plank pose, or you can play around here with this peacock pose. Fingertips point out, elbows point in, hug the elbows in, pick up the legs, shoot the legs back, and then flow through your vinyasa. We'll all meet up in downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in down dog. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale, right leg floats to the sky. Spread your toes, reach that leg up and back. Balance that reach by really pressing into the earth with your hands. Exhale, bend the right knee, open through the hip. Inhale, re-extend the right leg. Exhale, slowly step that right foot through. Your choice, back knee is lifted or lowered. Inhale, sweep the arms behind you, hover above that right thigh. Shoulder blades, hug spine. Feel the strength in your legs. Inhale, rise all the way up, crescent lunge. Keep shifting forward, balancing that strength by pressing back through the left heel, and then really lifting through the hamstring on that left leg so your thigh is activated. Fill into this pose with your breath. Spinal twist, left hand comes down. Inhale, right arm opens up to the sky. Fill this with breath from fingertips to fingertips. So you got this T breath happening all the way through the heart, all the way down through the hips. Exhale, lower the right hand to the mat. Root down through the left heel, windmill up into warrior two. Anyone else has legs shaking here? I'm going to blame the horse stance. Arms float up parallel to the earth. Take a few breaths just holding and feeling into your warrior. Reverse your warrior, flip the right palm to the sky. Exhale, reach up and back, opening this right side body. Fill each part of your body that's stretching with breath. Let that be a clue to awareness. Maybe even a cue for awareness. Option to take that next stretch, reaching the right arm forward. And then come back up, warrior two. Release the arms behind you, interlace the fingers. Draw the knuckles down, lift through the chest. Stay here or come into that ostrich pose, diving forward, bringing the torso to the inside of the legs. Keep your breath reaching down to the sit bones, the pelvic floor, really focusing on this lower half of the body. Exhale, lower the clasped hands to the mat. Halfway lift. So your legs are in a warrior two shape. Left hand walks to the back of your mat. Right hand comes to the inside of the right thigh. Start to press the right thigh forward and away. Lean the rest of your body towards that left leg, towards the back of your mat. So you're deepening this stretch through the groin, through the right side body. Exhale, release the right hand, straighten out the right leg. Prasarita Padottanasana, parallel the inner edges of your feet. You may want to shorten the stance or narrow the stance rather. Reach with the right hand, grab hold of the left ankle. Inhale, left arm extends up to the sky. Stay here or wrap that left arm behind your back. Maybe hooking the hand into that right thigh. Peel open with your twist, lean away from the left leg. Inhale, re-extend the left arm. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk your hands back to the top of your mat, swiveling the toes around. Add some extra padding, lower the left knee to the earth. Hands onto that left thigh, rise up. Inch that right foot forward, shift the hips down. Once again, if you want it deeper, 2 options. Option 1, bend the left knee, lunge H to the B, so your heel draws to the glutes, lift through the chest. Option 2 is you tuck the left toes under, ever so softly lifting away from the earth, so that if someone were looking at you right now, they wouldn't be able to tell if that left knee is on the ground or lifted. 3 more breaths wherever you are. Keep the breath going, even as the intensity builds. You can always exhale out the mouth. Exhale, lower the left knee down, head to ankle. Shift the hips back so you're stacked over the left knee. Inch the right foot back so you've got a 90-degree angle. Option 1, just hang. Torso to the inside of the right leg, just hang out. Option to curl the back toes under in this shortened warrior 1 stance. Start to tuck the shoulder under your thigh. Maybe left hand to ankle, right hand to calf. Turn to bring the head under the ankle. Head to ankle. 3 more breaths. Inhale, unwind out of that. Root down through your hands. Curl the back toes under if they aren't already. Inhale, right leg reaches up and back, 3-legged down dog. Bend that right knee open through the hip. Perhaps flip your dog for that wild thing. Make sure it feels okay on the shoulder and the back. Flip it back over, re-extend the right leg. Exhale, right knee to outer edge of left arm. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, right knee to outer edge of right arm. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, knee to chest. Lift up in between the shoulders. Exhale, lower the right leg down for pigeon. Once again, you can take this folding variation or come onto your back. You don't want to feel pressure in the joints here. So making sure you're staying away from that edge, a few steps back so you can soften into the pose. Find that long, fluid breath. Taking at least 1 or so exhales out your mouth here. Release tension around the shoulders. Inhale, press your way back up. Shift the weight into the right hip. Wrap that left leg around. So we're all in a seated position. Right leg comes on top of the left. Cradle the leg. Maybe a little rocking side to side here. And set that right leg down again in half lotus pose. So the heel comes close into the groin. Press down through the hands. Lift up. Now you can stay with just one leg up, or if full lotus is part of your practice, bring the left leg up. Full lotus, press down through the hands. Pick up, necklace pose. All right, when you're done playing around with that, release the legs lovingly. Come all the way onto your back. Reach your legs forward, extend the arms overhead, and just get this full body stretch, pulling yourself apart. Exhale, release your arms to your sides. Transition into Shavasana. If there's another pose or movement that your body is still craving, please take time for that. This is your practice, so you're listening to what you need personally, first and foremost. Eventually, we will all meet up in this place of final relaxation, Shavasana. Letting your body be heavy, held by the earth. And just resting for these last few moments of class. Shavasana. Stay. Everyone else roll over onto one side. Fetal position. And with eyes still closed, body soft, make your way up to a seat. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment for gratitude.